Okay.
No racism, man.
Now the rest of us,
well, we're calling it primitives, right?
Not to be cheated. Yes, primitives. We all roll a d6. And I rolled a 5, so that means I now have utility and restoration at poor. Rusty, roll me a d6. 1.
That's
Rusty
the
picked
dark
up
side.
dark
That's
side.
what I need. Okay.
Conrad, roll me a d6.
6.
6. Weaponry. Hey, you finally got somebody to fight with their lightsaber. And
so I had a weapon report in my lightsaber.
I promised that we'd have Greg. We'll roll. We'll catch you up.
Weapon report of the lightsaber.
That is correct. And Dave, give me a d6. 3. Dave, you picked up luck at poor on your lightsaber.
Okay.
And let me see what the next thing we're going to do. I'm going to basically recap what's happening here. Last week we went through 2 sidebar quests. Good job, all. And then we have come back to the main mission. Star Wars voice here. General Commander Tars Tark welcomes you to Rebellion. Our rebellion needs vim and vigor. Vim and vinegar. Sweat and vigor. Please travel to Lothal. 2 o'clock on the Outer Rim. And recon the mining colony there. Here's the best we can offer you now in way of compensation. And then Rusty picked 3 items. And Lothal is a planet on the Outer Rim territories during the early years of the Galactic Empire. Lothal was in a state of economic disrepair and invited the Empire to take control of the industries on the planet. Probably a decade or 2 later, they've gone into rebellion. With that purpose of prosperity and security, the Imperialists took everything, including vast resources of ionic lithium. The key questions that we need to answer are, what does the Empire need the tri-ionic lithium for? Who is the leader of these specters? And we need to stop Chan Jin, shut down his production company and transmitters. And of course, there will be some reward from Mr. Tark when we are completed. Now we're going to use, if you move over with your scroller, and you see where I'm pinging. And I believe Rusty joined at V, down at the bottom. So we're going to search this map looking for the invisible starship, the Spectres, and we're also looking for where Chan Jin is running his operation. And then we're going to board Chan Jin's ship, and we're going to shut down his production studios and his transmitters. Everyone up to speed? Big die goes to Rusty to start. Rusty, you're at V. Where do you want to go? T or W?
And the bad people are 3 behind us, as I remember.
Yes, the bad people are 3 behind us. There is a ship that's chasing us. And it was a D4 steps behind you, so do not dawdle. Okay, we'll put that, I got that 3 right in front of me on a die. If we ever have to go backward, we are running back into the Imperial Star Cruisers that are chasing us. And
I like
John,
W.
like to go to W. Terrific. Are you able to move that guy? If you are, great. If you aren't, don't worry about it.
Yes, I am.
And in case you do not have a full kit of gear, you can always rely on things like this. So, John, you can pick up any dark side force item, hank of hair, tooth, thorn of your description.
I saw that.
And you can pick up any light side force object like flint, a marble chip, or a prayer icon. You can pick up any luck item. You can pick up, you already have a weapon, you already have restoration, a utility item I think you also need. So pick up a utility item, screwdriver.
Okay. So a utility item and a light side item?
Light side, dark side, anything that you do not have currently in with your 2 pieces of gear. You'll pick up extra stuff, and the penalty with that is it's not truly game worthy. So if you fail the roll, you'll take 2 hit points instead of 1 with it.
Okay.
And but we'll catch you out pretty quick, I would bet.
No, that's
and
okay.
So
I read the rules. I'm just.
You can hold us all accountable, which is good. Now W is going to just be a card flip, Rusty. I don't see anything special about W. You're flying a little too close to those green asteroids. Hopefully monsters don't come out. Here comes my card flip. Hey, I see that primitives card. A misguided Jedi we run into. And wow, we start the game by rolling high die to get a XP. Here comes my D20 roll. Beat my 16. Going once.
Oh, look at that. And he's now an expert in misguided Jedi.
He's also an expert in the misguided Jedi, and he's probably going to. And
I started with a 1.
Dave, it's probably better that you start with a low die roll.
Yeah.
Roll that 20, Dave. Okay. So, Conrad, you've picked up an XP, and we picked up a stop harm. We're not above 25, so there's no additional rolls from the card here, but there is an additional roll from the 4 of spades. So let me pull that up on my table.
Yeah, but with 4 of spades, we get to pick. Conrad could pick it and do it automatically.
That would be for the best, wouldn't
Unless
it?
you wanted somebody else to attempt the roll to get a possible another 20.
Nah, it's
Actually, we already had all one roll.
Yeah. And the spade also means you add your weaponry. He gets to test out that lightsaber that he just now learned how to fight with. And so it's going to be luck or restoration and a weaponry. Since you're an expert, Conrad, you will make all those rolls. And past the inner rim, this is a sub-boss for a random player. Sub-boss for a random player. Are we past the inner ring? Yeah, we're on the outer rim. We're in the colonies. So everyone roll a d20. Low die is going to get sub-boss roll right to start. Somewhere in the middle for me, 11.
Oh, no. Poor Rusty.
We're low level. We don't want to die too early.
Ooh, 5.
John. It's been good knowing you, John. All right.
You saved me, John. Thank you.
Give me a D8 roll, John.
Okay. 8.
No, not that.
Stop saying that.
Oh, gosh, we all have to do it now.
He's going to be our Dr. Smith in the crew. Don't worry about that. Roll me a second D8, John, and applies to the whole group.
4.
Lose or break an object of your choice. Well, if it's an object of my choice, I know I'm going to lose something does double damage.
I had good things.
Unfortunately, I don't have any of that anymore. I don't have any crap with me. All right, I'm going to have to probably lose my half slot, poor utility, Kiss Silk. No Kiss Silk. No utility roll.
But I'll have to lose. Oh, man. That. Okay, got it.
All right, Rusty, what'd you lose?
My Stone of Restoration.
Okay.
Which Conrad gave me so nicely. Now,
see how I treat you?
Rolls cause 6 damage.
I bought soak-off items, so I lost one of the items I bought for a penny.
Okay.
I would have done that, except for, unfortunately,
I didn't have any money.
So.
And Dave, what did you lose?
My Mystic Stone.
Mystic Stone.
You get to choose your item, right?
You get to choose if you got any. If you still have an open slot that has a garbage item in it, Dave, I would throw that away. But otherwise, I'm going to trust you with the rules. Mystic Stone, and John, you have to lose an item.
Yeah, I lost my spanner.
Spanner. Oh, geez.
Well, I have my Tuscan poultice.
That was not your grandfather's spanner, as I remember.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah, that was a cheap, Sears
was.
Craftsman that was guaranteed
yeah.
for life, though. All right.
It was like
Big
Cobalt.
It was an excellent choice to lose.
All right, we go over to Conrad with the big die. Conrad, we could back up. JT does not count as a backup at this time, but you can go to X, Y, or T. I think.
It says we get a stop harm.
I put that next to the coins.
And
cards.
We rule that you can't use the stop harm on the card.
on the card that we get it for. Yes, I think that's the.
We couldn't use it for the sub boss.
Yeah.
No, we cannot use it for the sub boss because we just said the stop harm is awarded, and then it cannot be used to affect the card that's been flipped. It's just our new house rule.
Does somebody get a high die XP?
Conrad rolled that as initial 20 and also made him an expert dealing with misguided Jedi.
And then he threw me under the bus, is what happened.
I can't help the fact that we that 4 of spades came up with it. All right. So sometimes the force is not with us. And Conrad, where did you want to go? YXT. We're looking for Chan Jin's broadcast station. And we're also looking for the invisible ship, the Spectre.
We're in the caves, or we're in the
W at the bottom.
We're in the caves, or we're on the.
We're on the space map. Yeah, we're going across the galaxy here, or the planetary system here.
Okay, I see it. We're here, right?
Yeah, upper right.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
And we don't have any information about where we're going.
No clues yet. No.
So if that's the case, let's go to X.
Okay. X. Yeah, I'll let
March
you.
The spot.
I'll give you X.
It's not about the destination; it's about the journey.
It is about the journey. It's and if you go back to V, I can say that you've gone back, and the cruisers are catching up on you.
Always he cannot with these. Never he can.
All right, you need to thread the needle there, Conrad, because it's got the green dust that affects the engines, and it's got the negative space that sort of changes everything for the worse. It's the worst route that you can possibly take. It's worse than the Kessel run in its full 20 parsecs, let alone 12. Test restoration droid for the ship all with success to gain individual +1 pip this adventure. All right. So I'm going to go around the table. I'm going to start with Conrad. Conrad, what do you do to help the ship make it through this green and purple confluence of special effects?
I take the Tuscan poultice that I have and I smear it on the windows so that we can polarize the light coming through, so we can see where the gaps are.
We have two sets of Tuscan poultice. You guys compare recipes? Go ahead, Con.
Oh, we can hear you, Red.
Okay, super. John, go ahead and make a roll of restoration droid ship and tell us how we thread the needle between those two dangerous space places in space.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
John, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm applying my Tuscan poultice to the engine to give us additional, like a boost to push us through really fast.
I'm gonna put you on the spot, John, because you're a better player than. What happens? What does it look like? Does it ooze in, like some symbiote goo, or does it cause sparks? What, paint the scene.
Oh no! What it does is it mixes with the fuel.
Okay.
And causes it to get like a really rainbowy effect and pop in and go.
Zowie.
Zowie.
This one's worth a make roll if you because you're getting +1 for the rest of the adventure.
You do get a +1 for the rest of the adventure. It is possibly worth a make roll but John has good poultice. He just needs an 11.
3
I just need an 11. I'm going to go for it.
You can also add pips if you needed it.
Yeah, I've rolled crap so far, so we're hoping it evens out.
Go ahead.
You'll do
20
well.
19.
Hey, look at that. Almost a 20.
A 20. A 19 is a good roll, John, and you are now +1 for the rest of this session. And we go over to
+1 on what? Just
everything.
Any of your rolls.
everything.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a Dave. Maximum +4 to any roll you make, but still, you're working your way toward that. Dave.
The fact that we have this option just means that this is probably going to be a nasty roll.
What? Yeah, it's going to be ugly. There's no doubt about that. I'm still looking to get my first kill. Dave, what do you have as a restoration droid ship item?
I think I lost it, if I understand correctly.
Then you probably picked up a tool off the ship. So it just means that we're doubling damage right at the start. Doubling 3 would be 6. It's an ugly to fail this roll.
That would be an excellent make roll.
So Dave, you've got your toolbox, or you got some sort of light that flickers in different colors. Tell me what you do to the engines to get us through the green space and the purple space. Totally color. Go ahead.
Color the engines?
No. I mean, you can say anything in a Star Wars universe. Just describe the scene of what you do to help the ship get through the green goo coming from one side.
Oh, I pull out my good ratchet.
Terrific. And you ratchet one of the droids. You ratchet the main engine. What do you do? You're turning the switch from work to don't work and back again. Restart.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. You now need to make a 15 or better on a D20, Dave, in order to get a +1 pip the rest of the adventure. You fail, you take
roll.
6.
Because you don't want to take 6 points of damage.
Up to you, Dave.
I'll take the make roll.
Okay, mark your make roll used. That counts as one of your 14 slots, I think you're at, Dave. Is that correct? You have 2 in bonus and 12?
Correct.
Wow. You guys got a wealth of good things. All right. Dave uses a make roll, comes around to me. I don't use no stinking make roll. I trust in my lightsaber. I have a lightsaber that gives me a poor roll of 15. Here it comes. Dun, 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 dun,
Then you
dun,
can't
dun.
break your lightsaber.
Nope, can't break my lifesaver. My lifesavers. It's I popped a couple of them. It's I failed, and so I took 3 points of damage. I obviously was had the thing the wrong direction when I energized it. So somebody point that out to me that I'm turning into the comic relief, the Dark Force comic relief guy. Rusty, over to you.
I have coffee, and so after taking a drink, I'm going to spill some of it on the floor, causing the ship to react positively by jerking in one direction.
Okay, it's going to lurch to one direction and
I'm
get us past the
going
goo.
to make roll this because
And Rusty's going to make
I don't want
roll
6
this,
points of damage.
and he wants the +1 for the rest of the adventure. All right, that is a good thing. And okay, and from here I move the big die over to John. John, we are at X. We still do not have any clue whatsoever where we're heading to either find the ghost ship or Chanjin. If you back up to Z or Y, we have a cruiser that's following us, and instead of being 3 clicks away, it becomes 2 clicks away. Where would you like to go?
M, for obvious reasons.
We're flying across the map.
That's going to leave a lot of letters.
Okay, M. I'm
Back.
looking it up.
No,
M.
it gives us more options.
M is a
lot
large.
of letters back.
It does. M is a large installation site, rather ballsy of them, broadcasting propaganda from a visibly registered substation. Test luck -1 for all. And then as a group, you may enter Chanjin's production facilities. And that will
Mm.
be on the station map. So let's all test luck. Since we'll start
I
with
take that all
Mason's.
back. Excellent choice. Excellent.
Now
choice.
everyone is +2 to luck because of a magic item I have. It is the it is my Indian head lucky penny that I bought from a vendor. Was +2 luck for the party, and this roll is -1, so I'm +1. It's only a 15. Only a 15. Down 1 is a 14. Here comes my roll.
There you go.
17 is success. I do not take a point of damage. Rusty, give me a luck roll.
Okay. Let's see here. My lucky item is a very poor flashlight. Okay. Got it. 19.
That's
All
2
right.
for 2. Conrad, make it 3 for
Unbelievable.
3. Not a point of damage for you, Conrad. John, give me a luck roll, please.
So are you saying we are +2 for the group?
Yes, we're +2 to the group, but -1
So-
for the event. So
And
we're
then
if
I
you
get a
have
+1
poor item,
for
you
this.
only need a 13.
Right, and I get a +1 for the session.
That's
And
correct.
you get a +1 for the session. That's
Yep.
right.
So I only
you
need
get
a 12. Okay.
You only need a 13, 15 +2.
Oh, because
Plus
it's
one.
a poor. I have a poor luck.
You do
penny.
probably have a poor luck. I think you have a poor luck that also delivers double damage to you till you get a piece of real gear to replace
Yeah.
it. Give me
You
a
know,
die roll. You can
I'm
make
gonna
that
use.
14.
I'm just gonna go ahead and use a make roll here.
Oh my gosh! For a single point of damage.
Oh, is
Okay.
it only 1 point? Oh,
If you miss, it's only 1 point, John.
okay. I thought it was double damage.
No.
And I
you're
missed.
right. It is double damage. You got me dead to right there. I will allow you to decide whether or not you wanted to use that make roll, John.
I did because I thought it was going to be double damage.
Go ahead and take take no damage, and you've made that roll. I go over to Dave.
Although I would point out your 12, you could put the point into +2.
Oh, I
luck
could pip
and
that,
make
right?
the 10.
Is it a 12? It's a 12.
12 +2 would be 10.
I couldn't pip that.
You could
I'm
pip
gonna
it.
Unfortunately, it's a 13, Rusty, because it's +1 for the session, +2 from me, -1 for the event. If we get all that math straight,
so it's
he needed a 13. And if he
There's
skips,
a -1 in the event. I didn't hear the -1 of the event.
Yep,
Sorry.
absolutely. Okay. And Dave, what do you have as a luck item?
I believe my lightsaber.
Terrific. Your lightsaber, great. Give me a roll of a 15, please. +1 for overall.
It's 20. He rolled a 20.
Nice roll, Dave. Dave has survived the session. He saved himself from a single point of damage, but he did it in a spectacular fashion. And did we skip you, Conrad? No, Conrad, I see this roll up there. So
He doesn't have an expertise. This is not a card thing.
That is correct. There's no card flip associated with this. This is just
Gotcha.
Chanjin. Now we have two choices here, and I'm going to allow Dave to make the two choices. Dave, we can continue searching the galaxy here, or we can enter the base and try to meet our requirements of destroying Chanjin, his production facilities, and his transmitter. And that would be on the space map, which is to the southeast on our tables if we wanted to enter.
Roger that. Red died.
Well,
He
not on
wanted
purpose.
somebody to die. So does that mean we could have an easier time now?
Let's
Dave decided to go into the factory red. Just FYI.
let's make sure that we got everyone. So Rusty, I hear you. Conrad, I hear you.
Yes.
John, I hear you. And Dave,
Yep.
I hear you. Is that correct? Okay. And then I added the record machine in the background. So wow, Dave, did you want to enter the enemy ship, or did you want to continue to search on the star map?
We're going in.
Going in, of course we're going in. Why wouldn't we go in? All right, so let me go down in my notes here. And
it stopped Chan Jin shut down his production and transmitters.
that is correct. Enter at the dock bay sub X. Docking bay sub X. We have entered as a party. That's at the very bottom of the map. Do I still have a little line? Yes, a cross out line. Good. And overall,
Thing. Oh, that X. Okay, I'm sitting in the cave. Okay, I'm moving over.
we're going to enter the dock bay sub X, and there are no random events on this map. It's either all fully defined or there are no extra events related to this map. It's violent enough. So let me look and see what happens at X. X. Now the security here is rather lax. You can come and go with the flimsiest of excuses. Have a smoke and a chat over soup with the droid air controller. Test luck. We need a single person to test luck, and for a strong hunch that a reward might be acquired at a certain place. So let's. It's going to be random, unfortunately. So everyone roll a d20 and see who has to test luck. 18. Look like Conrad. Well, we're going to do this low or high. We'll do it low.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's not an advantage to test luck if you follow what I'm saying, John. It's,
No, I understand.
All that can happen is bad things with by failing the roll. And Dave, I need a d20 roll for you. Dave, it looks like you beat my 10, so it's going to start with me, which means it goes to Rusty. I'm +2 on my roll. My luck object, though, is poor. It's poor? Yes, it's poor. I'm a poor lucky person. But with +2, I need a 13 or better. Here comes my luck roll. Do I pip this, Rusty, or do I forever come after you and say that I'm going to pip that? So I will make the luck roll. So I'm talking with the guy, and he tells me that, the droid, he's rather bored because not as many people are landing, coming, and going. He says that if we go to sub F, that's way at the top, unfortunately. But in sub F, he says that in the early days, this ship used to be a planetary protection craft, and a lot of the old junk from that days, hint weaponry, it was stuffed in F. So if we can make our way to F, there's going to be a reward there. And I'm going to move the big die over to Rusty. Rusty, where do you go from X? Now, you can loosely follow the floor plan here. In some cases, for instance, you can go this direction. I'm going to assume that there's a door through it in this time. You can go to W, you can go to Y, or you can make your way over to S. What would you like to do? W, Y, or S? Can't make it to U yet.
I think. Let's see. From Y, we go over to V. Then
That is correct. V goes to M if you're trying to get to F.
Yeah, I think I'll do Y.
Okay, we're gonna go to Y.
Why would I ever pick Y? I don't.
Look, he made a pun. All right, so in Y, well, it's the cockpits of the TIE fighters, but all of them are under service. They've been stealing parts for other TIE fighters in their fleet. We need to test utility all or restoration at -3, a single roll, to gain a clue on the location of Chan Jin. There's also a tunnel that allows you to move to sub-I directly from this bay. Okay. But let's first all decide as a group, Rusty, since you pulled us in here, are we all going to make utility rolls? Or are we going to make one roll of Restoration Droid at -3?
That's a toughie. So we got 5 damage potential at probably almost all pores, and versus a 3 for one person, but minus
a make
almost
roll,
guaranteed.
Rusty. Just have one of us use the make roll on the.
Okay, who wants to do a make roll?
I'll do it.
You do it. Okay. You do it.
Conrad is going to Restoration Droid ship and fix one of the transmitters, echolocators. Echolocators. Sure, it's a big bat-like X-wing, and our TIE fighter, and use it to get a clue on where Chan Jin is. I got to go up to my clue section. Chan Jin. I think we got some special effects going. First clue, Chan Jin. The person is in the bottom half, letters N through Z. Now we have a direct gateway from here to take us to Y. I should say I, through the sub-basements of the ship. So we can either go to I, which I'm trying to find. Oh, that's over here.
It's way over the upper. It's in the.
Yeah, so we can make our way outside the ship over to the damage section of the ship they have yet to repair, or we can decide to continue on from here to Z or V or back to W. And Conrad, the big die is on you. Which way did you want to go?
We want the Fs, even though it's not where the guy is. But we want to get to F and get the weapons before we probably encounter the big guy.
What's the closer path then? Is that going outside the ship and around, or is that going to?
Well, does that work? Can you go to? How would you get back in the ship? Which letters will let you back into the ship?
I. Well, I is.
Yeah, no, but from I, how do we get
you can go to H. I, you can go to N through the light stair, the light bridge.
Yeah, none of those do any good for us, I don't think.
Well, but H could take us to K, which takes us to L, G, and F, or you can go V, M, L, G, and F. I guess the direct route if you decided you wanted to beehive to F. Conrad, it's your choice, though. V. Hey, he might be there.
He might. In which case, we fight with poor weapons. It's good.
It's a crew quarters. Wow, who could have guessed that? The crew quarters of the Gamorreans. Gamorreans. Yes, the smell is nearly overwhelming from the area. We're going to test restoration to rifle through the personal effects and perhaps gain a second clue about Chan Jin. However, failure on this roll of restoration is a silent task test. And if we fail this roll, it's going to be a -2 penalty. So did we want to rifle through the area or just pass quickly?
Okay, so if we make the restoration roll, we find a clue. And if we rifle through without testing, we don't get a clue. Is that what
No,
you're
if
saying?
you rifle through, it's you actually will still get a clue, but it'll be -2 now, def mod for the group.
But it's just one person that has to do it, right?
Correct. One person has to try to make the roll, and it's whether or not they're going to fail and get a -2.
Somebody
can
can
always
make
come
roll
back.
it. Just
Yep.
saying.
That's true.
Yeah.
We can always make roll it if that's the wish. Conrad, it's your choice, though. Who has to make the roll, or are you going to skip it?
I'll do the make roll for the clue.
Sounds good. Rusty will use his restorative skills.
Yeah,
He'll
well, on my
demonstrate his
coffee.
greatness. Yeah, whichever
I'm drinking coffee and spilling it on the floor.
He spills the coffee.
It covers up the smell.
On the orders of the day. And then he picks it up to read it as he wipes it off and realizes, hey, Chanjin is a T to Z. It's going to be moving through the lower section of the ship. All right, I'm going to mark V as done and then move that big die over to John. John, where do you want to go from here?
Do we need to find Chanjin for any reason or just stay away from him?
Yeah, we have to neutralize him.
Oh, neutralize him. Okay. That means we've got to fight him.
Probably, yeah. The party is thinking that if we can get to F, we might upgrade our weapons early in this campaign. Or we know that Chanjin now is in T to Z, and Z is right to the south of you, John, if you wanted to risk it.
Where are we?
We're in V, which is...
We're in V.
Oh, there it is. I see it. All right.
Yep.
I need to zoom in.
We're three things away from the 4 things away, counting the weapons itself.
Gotcha.
Or because I don't see a shorter path. Does F connect to anything other than G?
M, L, G, and F if you want to go toward the weapons.
In other words, F does not connect to D or E. So okay.
No, it's pretty effed up. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Let's go to Z.
Definitely in the corner there. You can't get it. You're going to go to Z?
We're going to go to Z.
Why are we not getting weapons?
Because John wants to complete this mission quickly.
We still want to get the weapons.
Like his grandfather says.
He has not.
All right, now
the
Z
Jedi does not have patience.
Z is an alternate bridge to run weapon simulations from for the base, but it hasn't been active in a little while. Now, we can test the dark side for a clue on where the holographic studio is aboard. You want me to roll it? I've got a poor dark side, but I cannot be affected negatively by it.
Ooh.
That's
a pretty strong power.
Yeah.
That sounds
John,
good.
you can tell me to roll it. I need a 15. Worst, I take a point of damage, and we do not get the clue in this case.
We don't really need the clue.
Yeah, I don't think we do need the clue.
Well,
but
wait a minute. No, what's the holographic thing? Is that one of the things we have to do too?
3 things. Yeah, we have to convince Chanjin not to run his propaganda on Lothal, and we have to knock out the transmitter and his production studio to keep them from doing it in the future with somebody else.
So we do need the clue.
We could use this.
There are 3 letters on this map that we need to obliterate.
Okay.
Right.
We might just be fatalistic and say we're going to go to them all. Clue is a clue.
Fatalistic? That's it seems like a stretch goal. I'm just.
Tasha would go to them all.
Tasha would insist on going to them all.
Yeah.
Could be Luke.
Yeah, Red, make the roll.
Red, make the roll. Now I could roll it for a 15, or I could do the club a favor here and use a make roll. I'm not inclined to use a make roll. I just don't feel in the make roll universe here. Give me a 15. A 9. Sorry, guys. I took a point of damage. I cannot dark side divine what is going on here, but I'm very angry about that.
Don't you
Anyone else?
Penalty, Red, or is it because you're taking no penalties for?
Correct. I do not take penalties from failing dark side rolls. If somebody else decides to, I'm actually +1 on my light side rolls too. Boy, my character is young, but got some great bonuses. If anyone else wishes to roll that to get the clue, otherwise, again, there are 3 items that we need to obliterate on this ship, and there's only 26 letters, so we may end up going to most of these anyway. If we knew, for instance, it was in A to D, it's not as much.
Come back to this too.
Okay. From here, big die goes to Dave. Dave, you can go all the way to M. The party wants to get some better weapons at F, perhaps, or you can backtrack and try to go to W to see if that's where Chanjin is, since we know he's in the lower half of the map.
I want weapons.
Okay, weapons. M. Now there's a big kerfuffle going on at K. There's a ship, a really nice looking ship that's coming in at K. Not the sort of ship that we should think we could steal that ship, but the sort of ship that thinks that there's somebody pretty important aboard. And but at M, let me look and see what we got here. This is the starboard side bridge entrance. The skeletal crew is still manning the area to keep the station, relatively fixed in its regular position. We need to test luck mental to get through this area of the ship without being questioned. And it will also give us a clue to where the transmitters are at. And this is a save the group roll. So whoever makes the test of luck mental, if they fail it, they don't take damage. Everyone else in the group takes damage. So, Dave, somebody needs to make a luck roll. I don't think we have any bonus. Does anyone have a good luck?
You
-4. No. Oh, do I?
You have the +2, right?
You have the +2.
+2, but
but we're all poor, I think. Does anybody have a good? That's a good question.
I have good light side. That's the only thing I am good at. I have good light side force from my J. Drew ball.
John's got a +1 for an individual roll.
I do have a +1 for an individual roll. So if we're going to go poor.
I think it was Greg Squires who had the two good. No, Greg had the one skull hammer. He was skull hammer man. All right. Well, so does anyone have a good luck?
No.
Okay.
No.
So somebody's going to have to make a poor roll, but they're +2 because of my modifier. I don't mind trying to make it. If I fail,
I'll do it because I'm an extra +1 as well.
So he's a +3.
He's
I'm a
+3
+3.
because of the.
And he's not a joker
session
like you, Red.
Right, because of the session thing.
It is.
I'm
It
just
is.
saying.
Now, in my own defense, I think I've only missed 2 rolls. But
It was
I've
the
only
two
made
important
three.
rolls,
We're
though.
important ones,
I've
though.
only missed 3. I've only rolled 3 times. I've only missed twice in 3 rolls. So I'm not totally out of play here. Go ahead, John, and give us a 15 +3 as you need yourself a 12 or better. Make a luck roll. If
Okay.
of course John's volunteering for a roll.
Yes.
That
13, and I'm going to pip it.
you don't need to, John.
You don't need to. You got your 13.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, you made your 12 because of the +2
job.
from me, +1 from yourself.
There we go.
John, of course, volunteered to make that roll knowing that everyone else would take damage but him. No, he wouldn't do that. He's the most generous man I know when it comes to gaming. Reffing, that's a totally different matter. So we made it through this area. Let me see if we're going to have a clue here. This was an
arrow,
right?
You said there was a clue.
There is a clue to the transmitters. Let me see where the transmitters are. You can get up to 3 clues, and I could probably narrow it down to within 3 or 4 letters. A to M. So we know that Tianjin is in the bottom of the map, and the transmitters are in the top of the map. And from here, Big Die moves back to Rusty. Rusty, we have made it through M. Are we going across the secondary bridge to L?
Yes, we are.
All right, L. Now, this is the port side of the bridge entrance. Once again, the skeletal crew is still manning the area, but in this case, somebody walks up to us thinking we're a maintenance crew. We need to make a test of utility to gain a clue on the holographic studio, but once again, it is a save the group roll. So who's going to mitigate that?
Because we already know the other roll tells us exactly where it is, right?
Well, 3 clues, and with 3 clues, you don't know exactly where it is with 3 clues, Conrad.
Okay,
but
so the clue down on Z wasn't where it was. It was where, yeah. If we have the option to not do it, I would say don't do it because we're gonna hit all these spots anyway.
We're going to probably hit a lot of these spots
anyway.
So. I think it's going to be pretty with 3 different objectives on the ship. It is an optional roll. We do not need to test utility. We do not have really anyone who has a great utility, although we have a number of people who have lightsaber utility, which means in case they roll a 1, they won't damage their lightsaber.
I have good utility, but again, it's still
it's Rusty's choice on whether or not we try to make this roll and risk all of us taking a point of damage as they throw us around to make us clean up and and reset the droids in the area or whatever.
I think we skip this one and say we're moving on. Thanks. No,
Okay.
we're not the maintenance people you're looking for.
We're
Our
not
crew
the
will be
maintenance
maintenance
people
and
you're
stars.
looking for.
There you go.
I go to Conrad. You gonna go to
Let
G,
these
Conrad?
people go by.
Gee, it is.
And I'm gonna take off the L marker, and if we need to, for whatever reason, we can come back to it.
I put an asterisk on the one below. Red.
Okay, sure.
You can do that here if you want.
G. G for Conrad. This seems to be a gun turret of some sort. And it was converted into a massive transmitter.
So this is the
luck.
transmitter we were looking for?
That would be a transmitter we're supposed to disable. I think.
Luck, single random to know that the locker F is actually worth investigating. But we need to set a boom boom timer with utility, a single roll to destroy the transmitters. Failure is a save the group again, and it will deliver damage to everyone. 1 of 2 required to knock out the studio, to knock the transmitter out. So we need a utility roll here in order to set a timer to blow it up. So, Conrad, who's going to make the utility roll?
Who's got a good utility?
I guess it's. I'm sorry. You have a good utility, Rusty?
No, who has it?
I do.
No, I don't. The only thing I have is a good weapon.
I have a utility. Good.
Okay.
There you go.
Give us an 11.
Okay. And
+1 because we all get. Oh no, you didn't get the.
I failed the individual.
I did not either.
So here it is. 10. I'll use my +2.
Add some pips to that.
There you go.
All right. So we have now knocked out the transmitter. By knocking out the transmitter, we can claim one of the 3 prizes once we get out of this mission. And those 3 prizes were, tell them what they won, Johnny.
An all-expense paid trip to Acapulco in a Chevy Vega.
That's right.
It is
number 3 is
it's money, it's gear, or it's a force point.
Oh.
And we get to at least to pick one of those if we decide that all hell is broken loose. Now let's break into F. I think John, I think, would be agreeable to that as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Although John, I tell you, if you backtrack, you can go all the way to W and see if the guy is there.
No, I think we're here. The party seems to want to get some weapons.
Boy, they were really trying to talk you out going to Z. I thought it was a good choice. F. Make sure I'm in the same section here. I want to be going into the space map. Here it is, F. The place can aid in the destruction of the base transmitters as predicted. This is a munitions locker, has been left as a place that houses a stash of heavy arms against regulations. Tests weaponry all to fight a cluster of idle mode battle bots. Upon success, a jury rig bot, and you will may confiscate his weapon for a blaster. A bot blaster is a good weapon, but it's 2 slot in. So here comes the hard part. We start with me. I have a poor weapon. What is my poor weapon? My poor weapon is my holocron. I will destroy the bot's brains with a holocron, but they don't have brains. Okay, so I need to roll a 15. I roll until I am successful. And do I have any bonuses? No bonus. 4, miss. 13. If I pip it,
2.
I will pip it, and that'll give me my 1 point of damage. I'm a total of 5 so far, and I walk away with a good battle bot blaster. And Rusty.
Hey, I've got my skull warhammer, good weapon, and it's also got a +1 weapon flare. So I'm.
You have a
+2.
skull warhammer just like
I bought it. Remember the
From him, right?
yeah, they're from Greg, who had 2 of them, right? He got
Greg
it.
had
He
2
rolled
skull
5.
hammers? No.
Yeah, he
like-
picked up one, and he picked up one as he was going.
He
Yeah,
had
he-
double skull warhammers, and yeah, that's right. I think I remember that from last.
And then
Yeah, we were
he
trying to
offered
put
sell
together
it for
money to
only
buy it from
10
him.
silver, and I spent all my silver and sold an item and came up
Wow.
with
Okay. It's Greg Squires was just a mace manufacturer last session. I need to check the
Was.
tapes. Go ahead, Rusty, and make your roll of good.
There
Boom!
you go.
You destroyed a battle bot. How about if you add a bot blaster good weapon of 2 slots? You can either carry that along. It's going to start to get heavy, but or sell it after the session. I move over to Conrad. Conrad, give me your weaponry rolls.
I'm using the Genosian Caltrip, which is a good weapon. I'm looking for an 11.
I think you had to throw that with a little bit of spin.
20.
20.
20, his second 20 of the day. He's got the lucky dice today. John, give me your weaponry rolls.
All right. Well, I am picking up my grandfather's boiler rifle
Yes.
and aiming it at the bot and succeeding.
Easy shot for you. Man, I wouldn't give that up, but you did pick up a bot blaster good weapon for 2 slot.
Okay.
And Dave, final roll, Dave. Roll me that 15.
I have a good weaponry.
Oh my gosh, forget it. Roll me that 11 to pick up a second good weapon. Or you can sell
+1 makes it a 10. He made it.
Oh,
plus
You made it.
1 for the
+1
session. Yes,
for the session.
he is successful. And Dave, pick up a bot blaster good weapon of 2 slots. You can sell that after the session. How much does that sell for, Rusty?
It's fairly high. Let's see. Let's look at Red's little chart here.
He's going to check that for us as we now have
Let's see.
armed
Good
ourselves.
weapon is worth double slot. Doesn't have double slot, but its good weapon is worth 20.
20. So you can sell that for 10 if you want, Dave, or you can keep it around. It's heavy, but if you keep it around, it's another weapon that can either pick up flares or decline and be
It's a
lost.
soak-off, right?
Probably worth selling for 10 though. All right, from here, Big Die. Big Die has moved to Dave. Dave, we have successfully completed our mini adventure. We have also destroyed the transmitters on a timer. And from here, we'd have to go back through L, I believe. We could possibly get a clue to the holographic studio at L. Yeah, I'll make it that if we make a utility roll.
I think we should investigate. What was it, K, that you said there was some sort of VIP ship coming in?
K.
Okay.
Oh, K. Okay. So that's available to go to.
Up to you, Dave. Do you want to go to K and investigate the VIP? Or do you want to go to L?
VIPs
and,
are always very
get a
generous.
Clue,
You know,
or do you want to go all the way back down, all the way around to W? Because we know that Chanjin is on the lower section of the map.
all right, we'll check out the VIP at K.
That sounds like a tremendously bad thing to do.
Could be.
All right.
You can blame me.
Dave's not
peer
afraid of that.
in.
Did you see his rolls?
We peer into oh wow, okay, we peer in. I'm stunned. Since when in the Star Wars universe do you ever want to see Darth Vader come aboard or something like that? But okay, here you go. We'll say, all right, K. We peer in to see the arrival of the new internal security specialist. We need to test weaponry or luck. If we fail the luck, and additionally we have to test weaponry, so it's a luck roll to avoid the weaponry. And then we need to evade. Morgan Elsbeth, she is a force sensitive Dathomirian Zarbak. Wow.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
Wow, that is some Star Wars jibber jobber there. Okay, and I'll put that in the chat. So this is a Sith or a budding Sith. Every time we meet her, she kills the low die we roll. I will repeat that. So we need to escape her now, and then she will start moving about the ship. And if we run into her again, she kills low die roll. All right. So we're just trying to make a point with her on what she is. Obviously armored by the plot, and we will probably be meeting her many times during our subsequent adventures. But for this one, we need to either make luck, single roll, or weaponry to get away. We'll start with me. Now, if I make my luck roll, my weaponry is good. It's an 11, but I'm +2 on my luck. So it's either an 11 or 15.
Did you pip your luck?
I did pip my luck, so I'm actually +4. I'm going to go ahead and roll luck and see if I can get out of rolling the weaponry. 16. I was probably the one at Al that said, this does not seem like a good idea. I sense a bad feeling about this. Force. I got a bad feeling about this. I'm slowly becoming Dark Jedi, sadly, John. I apologize. My first act of rage was throwing a few Jawas out of an airlock. Although Conrad commented that he was the one that opened the hatch when they were flying around the room. Okay, so I'm successful. Rusty, luck or weaponry?
Duffy.
It's great that we went to F first.
It's great that we went F first.
Yeah, the F placed first and picked up good weapons.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to do weaponry.
Go ahead. Roll that 11.
There you go.
Conrad, fight your way away from
I think I'm going to do
Morgan
weapon as
Elsbeth's
well.
security forces.
And that's good.
And John.
All right, weaponry.
Okay.
I get a +1, so it's a 10 for me?
Yes.
Okay, 19. We're good.
John, Dave.
Weaponry.
Make me a weaponry roll.
Oh. Do it again.
Second chance.
Again?
Yep.
Until you make it.
Roll until success.
Oh, geez. All right. Come on.
2 points of damage. Come on, Dave. 3 points of
Let's
damage.
try the other one.
The record's 7.
Can't.
There you
Yeah,
go.
There
The
you
other one
go.
worked.
You can't switch midstream. This one, it was relative success when you started. You were in there fighting, yeah, with your bot blaster, good weapon, and or whatever the other good weapon you had was. And we're gonna leave her on the board. We gotta flee. All right, I'm gonna say we're gonna flee all the way back to starting location. Now, we know she was at K. And I'm going to move her. So she might chase us down M. She might decide to cut us off of the pass and move to N or H. It's going to be I'm going to be rolling some dice here on the map. And she may just lay and lurk someplace. But if we ever meet her again, then she is going to kill the low die unless we come up with a better plan to pull her someplace. But for the moment, we think she's in K. And from X, we can leave. We have completed 1 out of 3 objects on this mission. We could leave. Hopefully, when we come back later, she won't be here. It's probably not a good assumption. Or we can continue.
Oh, cool.
Rusty, it is. Did you want to move to W and continue the hunt for Chan Jin, or did you want to leave?
Blue or Chan Jin was which letter? Group?
He was in the lower half of the map, so he's N to Z.
Okay.
No,
So
we got an additional clue. It's not N, he's T to Z.
T to Z.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Okay, so I think W seems like a good candidate.
All right, into W.
Hopefully, it's not going to be you, but could be dangerous.
All right, I will allow right at the start here a roll of utility or a roll of luck, and you'll know where she moved to. Rusty, who wants to make utility or luck to find out where she moved to?
They're both poor for me. So somebody who has
Conrad has
luck
good utility.
or good utility. Anybody got good luck? No, I don't think so. So Conrad could do a good utility then.
Okay.
And he made it.
Okay. She moved to something that she needed to investigate up here at A.
Hey,
We like
All
that.
right.
away. She can move fast. Okay, got it.
Well, in a
That's
way,
not good.
we had to move through a MV.
Yeah, but we have
ZY.
adrenaline.
We have the dark side protecting us. We have the light side protecting us.
We had adrenaline protecting us. We're scared of our
All right, it's some sort of
young
It's
Jedi.
some sort of
vibe.
think tank room. On a video screen is a very annoyed Grand Moff Tarkin. He's a bad guy. And who was speaking to Chan Jin before he made an excuse and left some time ago. And then Grand Moff Tarkin talks to us and says, where's your leader? That trilithium is not going to mine itself. So now we're going to need a luck roll, a single roll, to double talk your way into knowing the purpose of the trilithium. Who's going to make the luck roll? I guess John is our best chance, right? Or is it me with +4 because I'm 2 for a party and 2 for my pip? This would be
yeah, you're
Rusty.
best. I'm a +3.
Rusty, I would need an 11 on. Would you like me to try to make it? Hey, what's the worst that can happen?
Is there
I
one,
miss it,
is there
then you
one
have
and
to
done,
make it.
or do we have multiple attempts at it?
No, it's
Well,
a
well,
luck
it's
roll,
luck.
so
It's-
you move
it's-
around through the table.
So in other words, if Red fails, then Rusty has to make it, and then
That
if
is correct.
Rusty fails, then somebody else. But we'll start with Red. That way, it's only
Okay.
fair that I have to do the second one. He failed. Get figured. Okay.
The force is
All
not
right.
with me today. All right, we're going to go to Rusty. Go ahead and make your roll.
Rusty, let's see. I'm at a +2.
+2
Red.
for the party, and then if you check your pips,
And a
you get
+1 for the mission, so I
Yes.
make it.
You're terrific. Okay. So you have double talked the party, and we know that the trilithium is for a project. It's
And that was
called,
one of the 3 things we had to figure out, right?
yes, Olympus is Rising. Olympus Rising.
Okay.
And he
So-
mentions the fact that Morgan Elsbeth has been sent to take over the facility, since they do not like the progress on the mining of the trilithium. You can hear her looping in on the conversation, and then she's the one that probably is going to tell. Well, you made your roll, but Grand Moff Tarkin, she will comment that some rebels of the Rebel Alliance tried to attack her on the loading dock. So this facility has been compromised. And that basically is that encounter. We haven't found anyone yet that we're looking for. We need to destroy their production facility, and we need to do something about Chan Jin in order to get all 3 of the rewards for this encounter. I go to Conrad. Conrad, we can leave, or we can continue.
So we only have to do T and U.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But T is not connected to where we are, correct?
That is correct. You got go. You're gonna. It's pretty circuitous to get to T.
Guess it's you. You it is then.
You will take us back through K in case she moves back that way. Just saying. Okay.
Well,
you.
we don't have to go into K, but we want to go into U, right?
Yeah.
We want to get U off the list.
Well, I guess we can argue that from U we could go the sub space void and get to P, but I will have you justify that either with utility rolls or luck rolls or
Or we
light
just
force.
backtrack and go to I, right?
Yeah.
All right. If you go from U, I see U connects to K. So.
But it also connects to W, right?
I follow you. You go to I.
To get
Okay.
U off the list, right?
Well, you can go through I now if you want to.
We want
or
to get
did you
U
want
off
to just
the
clear
list.
you up?
Yeah, because he's between
Why the hell would he be at U?
Because he's between T and Z.
All right. You overhear a worker and he's trying to fix the light bridge, and he says, "This is you can't fix this. This is destroyed. We ought to need to seal it up." All right, we need to test light force single for a strong hunch that there is a major reward at sub A. All right, so I will make the roll of light force since I'm good.
I'm poor, Red, but I got a +4. Well, never mind.
I'm good at light force. It's what I do. I sort of use my J. Drew ball to concentrate and realize that this guy knows. He's actually thinking that maybe he's going to break into A and steal what's in there and abandon the ship before the whole thing blows up. And that pretty much means that U is not where we're going. So now we're going to backtrack to I to get to N to get to O to get to T. Is that the plan at the moment, or just?
Well, the other choice was: do we have the
John? What are you going to do?
Or we could just
backtrack to one of these other spots.
We can go back to charge K and then down to right? O, then T. I mean,
yeah, we could go straight to O.
If you come up with a plan, you can go to P through the chasm or the space.
We could also just go directly to O.
You may not go directly to O from here without a plan, Rusty, and there's walls. You'd have to enter through P.
Yeah, I think we need to enter through P to O to T to get there.
It's not connected to K. Okay, I see. I understand. It's
P and O and T. I will allow you to get to P if you tell me how you're going to use your gear to get us to P. Each person will have to make a description of what he does to try to cross to P. So start with John. John, go ahead.
All right. So I will use my Tuscan poultice.
Okay.
You know, it's reminiscent of a previous thing, but I will then use the Tuscan poultice to try and find our way and hide, right? So it's going to hide us as sort of a camouflage to get through to P.
All right. In some ways, you're going to bypass, you personally are going to bypass K and move to P with your Tuscan poultice as a, you're going to grease yourself up to look like a mechanic who's just trying to do his job.
Yeah, droid ship. That's what
Sounds good. Go ahead and give me a roll, John.
Okay. And I make it.
12 is success. I go to Dave. So Dave, look at your gear and how do you get to P? Man, for instance, me, that Chris silk would have come in real handy as a rope, but I don't have that Chris silk no more. So how do you get to P, Dave?
Well, I'm going to use my Trandoshan cross, and I will pull out the dark side and say, "Move out of the way."
You're going to teleport to P or float to P with your Translotion cross. Give me that roll, Dave.
There you go.
Oh, we are so dark side. Very good roll, Dave. Dave has basically willed himself across. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to take it off me. I made a light side roll, so I'm going to heal myself a 1 point of damage. And I'm going to use a light side here. And I will do a more elaborate version of John, and I will follow John as he plays mechanic, all greased up, and I will look like his berating supervisor using the light side. These are not the droids you're looking for. Give me with my J. Drew. Oh, that's a bad roll. My J. Drew ball has dropped to poor. It needs to be fixed. Apparently, this is a union ship and doesn't like supervisors berating.
That's what you get for berating
place.
me. I'm just saying.
I gained a point. I lost a point. Okay, I'm over. And
Okay.
Rusty, how do you get from U to P?
I'm going to take my skull warhammer weapon and smash it against the upper side, and with the reaction force drives me across the gap to P.
Okay, I'll buy it. Give me a roll. That's weaponry, so roll until success. Made it. And Conrad, how do you get from U to P?
I'm going to use my electro lockpick to remove the emergency EV suit that's on the wall there and just use it to cross over.
Sounds good.
And that is a good roll, so it's an 11. 14.
14. Wow. Okay, we're at P now.
All right.
P, Q, R, S. Okay, someone dropped or tossed a work request posted to clean out the... Lark? Hard to read. Test luck to decipher the last words on this. And this would be John. John's major action, right? Or did I skip John? I'm sorry, Dave. Dave, how do we translate that scrambled lark to figure out where we're going? It's a luck roll, and somebody will need to have to make a luck roll for the group, Dave. If you did I?
Or dark side.
What's that?
Or light side, right?
This is the problem with my keyboard. Is occasionally, forgive me, I hit a different key than enter. All right, so Dave, we found a work request, but we can't read it. It's obliterated, so we need a luck roll to guess where we're going from here.
Or dark side.
Well,
you could try the dark side.
But why waste the dark side when it's only a one damage thing?
The dark side will cover for any other roll.
Lucky flashlight to shine more light on it to decipher it, if you don't mind.
I'll volunteer. You're up.
I'll do the volunteering. Hey, it's still
you
poor.
Have a good luck roll, Rusty?
No, I have a poor luck roll. I'll take the damage.
Does anyone have a good luck roll?
No, that was Greg.
Okay, go ahead.
Greg.
Okay.
It was Greg with the good.
I don't think it was Greg.
Let's see. That would be. I have a +2 from red, +1 for the mission. I think I just made it.
Okay, so you have figured out the instructions on how to get across this area, and from here we go to O.
You're not saying anything red if you're here.
Yeah, this area has a bunch of supply cabinets that sort of spin around like doors, and we need to have them opened. Most of them are set to workers' birthdays, but that's no help because the birthdays are based on oddball planets everywhere. So we need to test utility all to enhance the object used to good utility, all right, from sudden proficiency and upgrade of the piece parts purloined within. So each of us will go around the table. We'll start with me. My utility item at this moment is some shredded Chris cloth that does that takes double damage. I don't even really have a good utility item, but I can make my Chris silk good, or I stole somebody's Chris silk good, if I make a roll of utility. So I need a 15. I'm going to use a make roll here. This is a good chance that to improve something, I will use a make roll. That costs me a little bit of damage.
So using the thing here gives us an upgrade to the item?
Yes, so pick a utility item that you would like to try to upgrade. And Rusty, what utility item are you going to use?
Let's see. I think I'm going to use my the flashlight's pretty good to do this.
If you already have a good item, I'm not sure. Unless you have a second one, you're not going to improve.
No, I don't have a good. I have a poor flashlight.
Oh,
but it's also poor utility. and I have a poor utility East Coast Fire that has light side force that's also poor. I think the having the flashlight be a good being a good utility would probably be the best thing to do. So
Now you can roll a 15, or you can use a make roll.
No, we're gonna do a make roll.
Okay, and over to Conrad.
What a risk getting a good
my
item.
item's already good, Red.
Okay, so you should probably pass.
I will pass.
And John.
So if I use a make roll, I take 1 damage, right?
No, you won't. You don't take a damage from make roll. What it does is it counts as one of your 12 points assigned in the session.
Yeah, I got you.
So theoretically, it could be worth 3 points too at the end,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Or three pieces of gear, right? As you pitch off your gear.
So I have a worn utility belt that's poor utility that I have, and I get a +1, so I'd need a 14 to do that.
If you don't want to use a make roll on this action, you're going to roll for a 14, and if you make the 14, your item becomes good in ability. If you miss it, you just take a point of damage. Unless you roll a 1. If you won, then
I'm going to take the roll.
Go ahead.
And I can use a pip, right, if I need to, if I get close.
You can get 2 closer with the pip.
All right.
But before you do that...
Oh, I rolled a 1.
I was about to say the pip would be the equivalent of a make roll, but you have destroyed the item that you tried.
I have destroyed the item. Yes.
And we go over to Dave. What item do you have for utility, Dave?
What item do I have from a utility cable?
Correct. Yes.
A screw. A drill. Power drill.
A drill. There you go. So if you roll a 15, your drill becomes a good drill. Or if you use a make roll, your drill becomes a good drill. Choice is yours.
I've already used a make roll.
You may use, is it 4 else that you can use in the game? 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use it. The problem is, Dave, for instance, with me, I'm carrying about 4 slots worth of gear. I've used a luck pip, a weaponry pip, and I've used a make roll. So I only have a total of 15 points of damage that I can take before I have to start dropping gear. That rifle is heavy.
I'll roll the dice.
Give me the dice roll.
Well, you could just pass if you want.
Ooh, 14. He can pip.
Well, yeah, it's your choice, Dave. If you want to use a pip, you can make that a 14, and you now have a good screwdriver as a utility item. Or if you don't want to, you take a point of damage.
I'll use the pip.
Okay. You start to get injured. Well, that's why we make light side rolls and restoration rolls.
You can always sell it later too for money.
All right, from here.
Value.
Yeah, of course. You can always sell it later and make some credits. All right, so from here, it looks like we're going to enter T.
Sounds good.
T. This is the location of Chan Jin. He's basically sad and looking at some of the old props and models that he used to use to do his shows. And, he's sort of lamenting the fact that, he's gotten so involved with this whole dark side conspiracy, and the money was so good, but he misses the days when he was just, an animatronics puppeteer. He may truly think the Empire was actually here to help the families, but he also mutters that if we only stop that stupid rebellion, think how much good the Empire could do for these people. You need to test Darkseid to put a bullet in the side of his skull, or you can try to convince him to give up his work with Lightside. Rusty, sure you're going to make the wrong decision here. It's 50-50. Did you want to just dark side the
each of
guy, or
us
did
have
you
to-
want to have this impassioned speech that he should go back to being the humble puppeteer?
Does each of us have to do this?
Nope, it's just do or die. It's you, guy, and then you tell me to do it because I'm the better of the roles on both.
Well, I think we definitely do light side so somebody can get healed by one, and so whoever's got the best light side.
Not that we didn't put a bullet in the guy's head. It was not the moral quandary of whether or not we should kill the guy. It was
it has to do
we
with
could get a
healing
bandage
somebody
out
else.
of it.
Yes, that's
Okay,
right.
so we're gonna try light side.
Sounds
Rusty.
Yes. Can you hear
Here
me?
comes my roll. I need an 11. All right.
good. Yeah.
I have done this impassioned speech with the puppeteer. I have played with the old Muppets, and he is absolutely convinced he will join the Rebel Alliance. And that action automatically drags her into the situation.
What?
Because we used light side on the ship with a dark side sensitive Sith.
Well, you just
Actually,
said
it's
she
a
was
plot
force
point.
sensitive.
It was 50-50. Rusty, the correct answer was we just bullet his head. In the original briefing, although I don't expect you to remember this, they said they wanted you to Eiger sanction this guy. But okay, he's dead anyway because she kills him first. I will allow you to roll him as I'll roll him as a 5. So if each of us roll better than a 5, we are not the low die roll, and she doesn't kill us and have our body dragged down.
Can we use a make roll to get out of it?
No, it's going to have to. We need to have a resolution here. Every one of us has to roll 5 or better.
Okay.
I saw your 17 red, right?
Yes,
There's my
Rusty.
14.
Conrad. D20, everyone. Better than a 5.
Oh,
I'm dead.
When he wants to save it. All right, we're dragging John along for the moment. We're going to resurrect him in just a second. And the party is going to run. We're going to run pretty far. I'll allow you to run and hide in C, hide in I, or backtrack to X. John, I'll let you decide as you tell us as we're pulling you along. Do you want to go
Really?
to X?
Am I able to decide?
Will get us the A.
Yes, because you're in that catatonic state of near death that you get in Star Wars universe, right?
He will get us the A.
You're in the carbon
knife.
knife.
For big bucks.
Yeah. Do you want to go to
X gets
C?
us out.
Let's go to C.
I or X? C, I or
Let's
X?
go to C.
Okay, we're gonna go hide in the gym. We still have one of the 3, and A is a grand prize. Now we know that we've dragged her out of us. John, you did a marvelous things dragging her out of us. So John, we're gonna add points to you, not take points away from you. So we need to each of us try a restoration and light force. And if we make the light force, we add a point to you, and you limp along. If we miss the restoration, we take 3 points of damage. We miss the light force, we take 3 points of damage. Let me start first. I will try my restoration roll. I believe my restoration is on my lightsaber at pour. Here it goes. 20. I did not take damage from restoration. Now I'm made to make an 11 on my light force. 12. John, you have 1 point of damage left.
Okay.
Now, John is up. If we want, right now, we can add more damage to him with everyone trying to make the roll. Or you can say, John, you got 1 point of damage. Don't lose it. It's in a tough state, but we're going to have to carry his gear. So, Rusty, did you want to try a restoration and a light force to give John points of damage?
I definitely don't want to try a restoration because I have no restoration, so 6 points would be not good. Then you
okay. We go over to Conrad. Conrad, did you want to try
to make them both, or just a light force roll to give him a hit point back?
It's the light force to give him a hit point back. The restoration roll is simply your penalty on whether you took 3 points of damage or not from it.
Yeah,
You're raising the
both.
dead, for God's sake, good man.
So can
Well,
I get
you
a
already raised it.
clarification here? Just I want to say that, because I have a total of 12 points, so that means all of that is gone.
Well, yes. So
Till next week.
exactly until next week.
No, I understand that. I'm just trying to figure that out because I had hit points.
What
I'm like,
she
oh,
did
my
was
hit points
she did
goes,
enough
but I
damage
hear-
to you. Let's just theoretically say that she did 3 times 12. She did 500 points of damage in one blow to you.
Right.
And brought you to 0
of my
your gear slot
36.
of your level slots.
Right. So did my gear all get left because you guys are dragging me along?
No. We have enough extra.
Picked it up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we dragged it with you in the body.
Okay. Got
so it. We don't want you to lose your stuff, because even if we decide that you can roll a new character, which you certainly could, the only thing you're really losing is your lightsaber, because we can give your gear over to you, your next character. But at the moment, you're at 1 hit point, barely limping along. If you take any damage, we'll have to do this process again. We might be able to, with Conrad and Dave, and if you wish, you could try the same rolls. I wouldn't, though. You could probably just put yourself back in coma.
Right.
But with Conrad and Dave, we may be able to get you another 1 or 2. And then if we ever hit another, everyone has to roll. You still are in a chance of surviving.
Okay.
So, yeah. Don't sweat it. I'm not trying to kill you. I just want the game event of trying to save a character. Conrad, did you want to make the restoration and the light roll?
I lean towards not, because if we're gonna do it again later, right? Plus, we just start using the light force. Well, actually, light force brings her to us, right? So we don't want to do that.
No, light force in certain situations, like when we're convincing this guy. That is not every time you use the light force, she immediately comes to you. That was an event that was triggered in T. If we had picked 50-50 to just dark force and put this guy down and suffer the consequences from it, she would not have appeared.
Let me use 1 make roll to get the restoration, because that's 3 points of damage, right? So I'll do the restoration roll there, and then I have a poor light force, but I'm +4 with the light side.
Wow.
So it's an 11. I don't have any pluses for that, so it's an 11 to get him another hit point.
Here comes the die roll.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I want to just make roll this one.
No,
I'll take the chance that I'll take the chance that I need it.
Roll 50-50. Come on.
I'm saving 5 silver at the end.
Okay,
right?
55-45 just to be.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Very good.
There
John.
you go.
John is at 2 hit points. Hey, he's not even injured. He's walking wounded. Now, Dave, you have a choice. How many hit points do you have left, Dave? Roughly, or I should say, how many hit points have you taken in this adventure so far, Dave?
3. I'm at
3.
27. I count.
You're in good shape. If you want to roll for restoration, you could possibly lose 3. And if you want to roll light side force, you could possibly lose 1 more. And if you make the light side roll, John gets an extra point of damage.
I don't want to kill John.
You won't be killing John. This is all
Regardless,
damage you're doing
John.
yourself.
No, yeah, you either hurt yourself or you help me.
All right.
No, and you potentially help it. Yeah.
Yep.
You're risking your damage.
All right, roll me a
him 1
restoration. Your restoration item, I think, is your lightsaber. Is that correct, Dave?
Yes.
Give me a roll of a 15.
So risky. Oh, and he got it.
All right.
Dude.
You don't suffer 3 points of damage. Now the big roll, the light force roll. Light side side. What is your light side object? That's your cross, right?
Yes, and I think the power rod is also light side.
Double light side. Okay. You probably want to roll one that doesn't have any flare on it. The cross, I believe, has a flare on it or not?
No.
Okay. The cross has no flare. It doesn't give you an extra XP. Then go ahead and roll me a 15, please. to give John a point of damage.
Whoa!
Hey.
Nice. You guys are heroes.
You're our healer now, Dave. All right, John is at 3 hit points. Now, we are in C. Let me read what happens at C. I personally would have gone back to X and getting it has a little bit more. But you guys are going for A, I assume, to get the gusto here. We are now in the officers' gym. We need to act like visiting dignitaries or cabana boys. Don't mind this man. He just passed out on the treadmill. Test anything of your choice, but it should work in the situation. So we will go around the table, starting with me. I need to do something in the situation. I probably should just light force and see if I can give John another point of damage. Here comes my roll of an 11. I'm going to ask if everyone needs to be refreshed. So I'm going to give a motivational speaking to people in the gym. And I missed it, sadly, John. I take a point of damage, but you don't gain one. And I go over to Rusty. Rusty, what roll did you want to make?
The light side seems my light side sucks, but but I think light side to try and get some restoration, some more restoration.
It's when you miss the dark side roll, Red, you take the penalty, right? Not the light side. Or should you be rolling for a penalty here on the light side for a failure?
So light side, if you make a light side, somebody gets somebody heals a point. If you fail it, you just take a point. Dark side can cover for any other roll. I can roll it for weaponry, luck, or whatever. If you fail at dark side, it becomes a -1 light side penalty, which may be permanent.
Right.
Okay.
And it was permanent for Rusty. So anyway, let's do light. 19, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so John, take a point of damage. Go to Conrad.
Take a point of healing.
You want to do light side? We're all doing motivational speaking and getting everyone then back into fitness shape. Go ahead, Conrad.
I believe I'm an
Totaling Scarlet too. Yeah.
There it is.
John, take a point.
Wow.
John, you need to make a roll. What is your light side ability, John?
Oh, it's poor.
It's poor.
Yeah.
Well, you can.
I can't use restoration.
You could use restoration if you wish, but it doesn't restore any of your damage. All it does is if you fail it, you take 3 points.
Oh, that would not
a
be
good idea.
You could run weaponry and work the medicine ball with different people in the room as you fire it out of your bot blaster. And unfortunately, that's roll till success. The easiest one to try is light force, because if you happen to make it, you gain a point. If you miss it, you lose a point.
Okay. So I have my flint.
He does have a. Doesn't he have a? Did you get a good utility item?
I did not.
Oh, okay. No. Then it's probably your light side then.
In fact, I lost my utility. I have my lightsaber as my utility. Oh no, it doesn't even do that. I have restoration. I have no utility at the moment.
Which would be double damage. You don't want to use the utility. So give me a roll of light side, John, because this is we all have to make a roll.
So and I still have a +1 for the for the session.
For this, that's correct.
All right, let's do it. And I can pip that.
No, if you pip that, it'll take too much of your life force. So you're just going to have to lose 1 hit point.
Okay, I'll lose a hit point.
Well, Mark, Melky, and Ron. Dave, you have a light side object. Go ahead and roll it.
Yay!
Wow.
Dave,
you gave John another point of damage back. Good roll, Dave. All right, we are through C. Is there anything else in C? These guys are sort of reminiscing about the fact that they heard that Chan Jin was arrested by Morgan Elsbeth. Are we doing this? Are we going to A?
Arrested is a little bit.
I don't think he was arrested.
Understating.
She found his lack of faith disturbing. All right.
She took his head off.
Your apology is accepted, sadly. Okay, so A, are we going to A? It's Conrad's choice. Conrad, do you want to go to A?
That's where all the marbles is that correct?
No, wait, we're hoping. read his hint that there's something major good there.
Yeah, I guess it's yeah.
Although
Whoever
it was
she kills.
where Elsbeth went when she couldn't find us, so could be bad. But anyway.
All right, we go to A. A is labeled as a dangerous place to linger. Be forewarned. It's press on or and move past it to B, or hack the central servers. Now, when you hack the central servers, you have to figure out this algorithm. It is A, B, B, A, E, F, F, E, E, F, F, E, A, B, B, A. So whatever letter you put in and substitute for A is also going to substitute for the other letter A's. If you make a luck roll, I'll give you a clue. My luck is +4. If you guys wanted me to try to roll an 11, I can, Conrad, I will try to do that.
So we're looking at the puzzle anagram is Abba, F-E, F-E, Abba.
Yeah, and we're trying to find what the real words are in there.
And we just need to move these letters around, or?
Nope, we need to do a substitution and make something that actually makes real words. Now, there's lots of real words, but you need to get the correct.
But in other words, like a B would be an E, right? Or
yeah, we need the clue by making a luck roll, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and make the luck roll, Red. That's a fail.
Not me, Rusty. Go ahead and try.
Let's see. I'm +2, +1, +3. I made it.
Well, you can't be plus. You can only be a max of +4. But +3 total. You're saying yes? Okay.
Yeah, +3 total. Yeah, +3, +2 for you, +1 for the fact that I'm +1 for this thing, and then I made it with my poor flashlight. My flashlight was poor luck.
We're missing Greg Squires. So Greg Squires are to jump in at the end of the day here. Okay, so we have the fact that it's an anagram of A B B A E F F E, and then it repeats backward. And the hints are one of the words is a time of day, and the other one is a record.
I think time of day is
one
noon.
Of them. Noon is the time of day.
Okay.
And record. Let's see.
Well done, John.
Record is.
So noon is
the ABA.
Maybe.
Oh, that's right. It could be
because the F's could be that. Why would it be noon? Why would noon be twice?
It's just a puzzle you need to enter in order to open up the servers, Conrad. It does not make any sort of
so it could be noon twice, right? Okay.
Well, it wouldn't be noon twice. It would be, for instance, noon at the beginning, then another letter, another word, then another word, then the same word at the end. Yes, noon could be twice within the puzzle.
We need to figure out what's a record that has the same first and last letter and the same in the middle.
Correct.
Record. So it's
record.
Well, you can always do the alphabet substitution. You go through in your mind. You go, what is an anagram that starts with an A, ends in an A, and means a record? I can't think of one. Is there anyone that's B, letter B, like boob? Is boob a record? No, boob is not a record. You can again, if you want to systematically go through. Otherwise, we can make another luck roll, and I can give you another clue.
Let's see. No, that's so good. It's good. So it's got to start and end with the same letter, right? From what we're seeing.
If it makes any difference, noon was one of the correct ones.
I think we need another clue.
Right?
Okay, we need another clue. Here comes my roll.
That's not a roll.
And it goes to Rusty. Go ahead, Rusty.
You know, you failed a lot of luck rolls, okay?
I can't help it. I fail luck
out.
rolls. Maybe I should substitute dark side for it. That one fails for you, right?
Yes, it does.
Conrad, make a luck roll.
Point of damage.
If you fail, it goes to John. Don't you kill John.
Don't kill John.
+2 coming for you, Red, right?
I'm sorry, Conrad?
I'm +2 because of you, right?
Yes, that is correct. Yes, I give +2 to the group.
I will use a pip for luck, and that gets me to 11. I'm sorry, no, that still failed.
You need a 15, I think.
And still failed. Yeah, I was trying to get
John, make me a luck roll.
I would have just used a make roll.
Is it 1 point of damage if I fail?
Do you have a real luck item, or are you using a bogus one that has not stood the test of time?
I actually have a penny, lucky penny.
Lucky penny. Okay. Is it a lucky penny that?
No, it's a lucky penny that does double damage.
Yes, it's a lucky penny that does double damage. Give me that 15. Down 2 for me. It's my party luck.
And then +1 for me for the session.
Correct. You need a 12.
Need 12. And I rolled a 3.
You took 2 points of damage. Dave, make me a luck roll. Dave, you made it with my +2 to the session.
Made it.
Right.
Okay, what was that hint then?
Okay, it's coming.
Deed is a word, right?
That is.
Record would be a deed. D-E-E-D. You got it, Conrad.
Yeah.
D-E-E-D. A record is a
D-E-E-D. Noon, deed, noon. Opens the servers.
Yes. Well done.
And just in case, Project Odyssey on this planet is going to serve as a data transfers of the trilithium is labeled dedicated for Project Stardust, which seems to be a massive barrage platform, some sort of battle wagon, dare we say, Death Star. Everyone take a level. That gives you 3 hit points back, John.
Ooh.
Take a level XP.
Finally.
For hacking that area. Now, we still have to destroy the production studio to be 3 for 3 in this, or we can, we're going to, if John is going to be injured again, he's going to be injured just as much in space as we fly around as he is in this facility. Maybe not. Where do you want to go from here? Big die move to John. John, where do you want to move from here?
Yeah, the advantage of being in space is that the places where we drew cards, most of the time it's one individual.
That is true.
That we can select. So
rather than me saying that you met up with stormtroopers, everyone's going to roll weaponry.
It looks like this is the recording studio here.
What, you think?
What is that? J? I think
That's
I's
J.
over here.
Or is that a J? That's a J.
Yeah.
J, to get out.
Let's move. Yeah, let's go to J. Let's go to J.
Okay.
I don't think it's D, because D's the engines, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's E. That's too small. Could be R.
J is the hologram production studio with master models of the fraud, pristine habitats of communities of happy Lotharlians. Fashion and injects a cloud virus. Okay, you need to fashion and inject a cloud virus of fractal distortions. We need to test droid ship single or luck all. We obviously want to do the droid ship single.
And we all got a make roll because we just got an
forgive me, I'm misreading it. We need to start with a droid ship single, and then we need to continue with luck all. So how many hit points you got, John? You picked up 3 with that XP.
I do. I have
6, I think, right?
I have 6.
Or 6 or 5, but I
have 6.
Trust you at 6. Okay, so 6. He's fine. He could even move one over and carry his own bot blaster again. All right.
Yes.
So, this big die is John. John, decide who's going to make the single roll of restoration droid for us. I'm poor.
Somebody should do it with make
I'm
roll.
good. If I use my.
I'm good as well.
Okay, why don't
There's
you
your
do
answer.
it then?
Conrad, go ahead and make us a droid restoration, please.
Droid restoration roll. Bam, 12 is good.
Yes.
Success.
12 is good. Okay, now we each have to make a mental luck roll. We'll start with me. I believe on my luck, I'm +4, but I'm still at 15. So I missed it. I took a point of damage. And Rusty, please make me a luck roll. I've taken 10 points. Still got enough. Barely, but I still got enough.
I failed.
And, I picked up another point. Yay. Don't cheat myself. And Conrad, please make a luck.
I'm going to use a make roll.
You're going to use a make roll? You have the ability to use make rolls for this rather than losing a single point. You're losing the equivalent of 3.
You're only losing a single point. What are you doing?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Is it because we don't have to make this, right? Yeah.
No, this is just penalties
okay,
for
yeah,
us.
just a penalty. All right, let me roll it.
And
So it's
Probably 15 down 2 for the universal party benefit.
That's the point.
And John, we started with you. Did I skip Dave? Forgive me, Dave. Go ahead and make a luck roll. No, I started with me. John, make your luck roll now.
Yeah, I haven't made a luck roll yet. So it's a 15 +2 for you, +1 for me.
Correct.
So that's 12.
12.
And I fail.
Okay. He's down to 5. And Dave, roll me a D20 and make a luck roll, please.
Ooh.
You take a point of damage.
Okay.
You're relatively healthy this game. Okay. We have destroyed the operation room by creating a fashion injected cloud virus of fractal distortions on the models. We have done all 3 things we need to do here, and we can leave, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Please.
Well, we're still going to go out in space, and then we're going to still be hunting for the specters. Is another 35 minutes we have. You'll need to survive, John. You'll do it. We also, though, have D. We have E. We have H. We have B. We have Q. We have R. We have S. And some of those are going to have rewards in them.
Well, we've got 3. We got 3 items waiting for us, right?
Yeah, we have money, a D8, we have a piece of gear, and we have our first force point. Conrad, make me a luck roll.
Yikes. My luck is a 15. 18.
wow.
Dude.
Nice.
There is reward in R. We'll have to make rolls there, but there is reward in R. Rusty, did you want to make a luck roll? And I'll tell you if there's any other rewards with value into this.
Let's see. What's my luck? My luck's 4. It's my flashlight, and red gives me +2. Sure. Well, let's see. Before I make that luck roll, what's our path to get out of here?
Our path to get out of here is C to D to P to U by the same way we got there before, W to X and out. Or we just can get to I and get out, either one. I would be an adventure. To get to R, our path to R is, well, we were at I. D and F is a dead end. We would have to get back.
N,
we would have to go either through B and H, not recommended, or go from C to P to U to W, and then take the hallway around to R.
Oh.
Better solution. We get there directly.
So we can't go to N and then to R?
We'd have to go, if we went to N connects through this light bridge here, which means you have to get to I, or it connects through K, but that's where Morgan Elsbeth is lurking at the moment.
Well, we're in I right now.
No, we're in A.
Oh,
We're in
are
A.
we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So we could go. See, so we're at A, B to H to I.
But can we just go straight to I from A down through C that we've already?
No, because C.
We can go back through C.
Down to I.
But C does not connect to I.
No, because those hallways don't connect to the HA hallway.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
that's an upper level hallway,
or the N hallway. So
until I do a spaceship where I say that those do connect, and I do mod the spaceships occasionally, but for here, those do not connect. Gotcha. I'm looking.
So to get to R is almost the same as getting to I, and if we get to I, we get out to X. Is what you're saying?
Well, I'm saying you can go right to R now directly, if you wish. But I'm asking you if you wanted to make a luck roll, Rusty, to deduce that someplace else on the ship is of great value.
Okay. Well, I'll do that and see if there's something else. Let's see. Did it come out? 11 is +3 would make it. So I'd have to pip it, and then I would make my luck roll.
You'd have to pip it to get +4 max, and then you would make it to know if there's a second spot, yes or no. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'll pip it.
Okay. E is of great value. There's going to be rolls. John, I will skip you because I don't think you want to test your luck. But Dave, did you want to make a luck roll to see if anything else in the ship, like N, has of great value or not?
I'll roll.
Go ahead.
I don't think so.
Yes, you do. You got a 13. That's a +3, and we have a +3.
There's a +1 that you have for the session, +2 from my party luck. So Dave, I'm looking. I said R, I said E, and besides R and E, Q. I might test Q. No. There is nothing left that could possibly have any other benefit on this ship except E and R. E and R. Now, E is a tough one to get to because you have to go through Elsbeth. Can we just sort of say, well, we can come in through the engines of D if we go through I, go out through I. But let's get to R first. We can get there directly.
Then R it is. Is it my turn?
Yes, it was your turn coming up, Dave.
Okay.
And we go to R. We break in. It's a tool locker. There's a bench and there's several bondage bots doing their enslaved tasks. Most are friendly. The most friendly, I should say, is called Buck 3. Now, Buck 3, we can free him with a D4 total rolls of luck or restoration to remove his restraining bolts. Now, each success of the D4 gives a random flare on a random piece of gear. So you follow the prizes. I'm going to start with Dave. Dave, you can either make luck or restoration. And if you make that roll, you can D4. Where's my D4?
Well,
1.
I'll roll.
It's the first person to make luck or restoration is going to get a flare. So Dave, you're in the control of that. So give me a roll of luck or restoration. Which one did you want to try to make, Dave?
I'll try luck.
Okay, go ahead. You're +3.
All right.
Dave has picked up a flare on a random piece of gear. Dave, roll me the random piece of gear that is going to get flared.
It looks like this is 100.
No, that's for the flare. He wants to know. So you roll. How many pieces of gear do you have?
Power.
Not counting your lightsaber.
That is correct.
And your items that are not a good item. The four that cause double damage.
I count 4 if you count the power drill.
Got it. The power drill is good now or not yet?
The power drill has good utility.
Terrific. So go ahead and roll me a D4. 2. What's your second item?
Second item is the oh yes, my favorite, the Trandoshan cross.
The cross is going to get percentile dice and is going to improve. Give me percentile dice now. 86. 86 says item cancels death mod for the player. That's the nice thing, Dave. So your cross means you never have a minus penalty in this game.
That is pretty impressive. Don't lose that cross.
So whenever we have to make a single roll -3, it's Dave. We call out Jedi Dave. Make the single roll -3. All right, and I'm going to cancel that out. We have now successfully had R. It's very tough to get to E. I'm tempted like dwarves with a mule going into a black dragon lair saying that we can't all die going against Morgan Elsbeth, and we should bum rush to get to E to pick up whatever treasure prize may be there. But I think the group is probably going to vote to leave at this point. Rusty, do you want to leave or stay?
Leave.
Conrad, you want to leave or stay?
Leave.
John, did you want to leave or stay?
Oh, I'm out of here.
Okay, Dave, you want to make it unanimous?
Sure.
And I would vote that we should bum rush K and make our rolls and get past, but I'm outvoted. All right, we're back on this map, the Treasures, Prizes, and Profiteering Space map. That's in the upper northeast corner.
What are we trying to accomplish now on that map?
We're trying to find the specters.
Got to find the specters. Oh, okay. And we don't have any idea where they are. We've gotten no clues, right?
We have gotten no clues for the specters. So let me grab that. What does the Empire need with the trilithium? We know. Who is the true leader of the specters? And we have stopped Chan Jin.
It's not Chan Jin. We know that much.
I cheated. I'm sorry. I exaggerated our bonus, but of course, Tars Tark would exaggerate the bonus. You gain money, gear, and a force point for each of the 3 things. The 3 things are the lithium. We understand the propagandist is gone, and now the leader of the specters. So we only have 2 out of the 3 so far. We don't have 3 out of the 3 with more to gain. And where the big die has moved from Dave to Rusty. Rusty, we are at M. We're looking for the specters. If you were looking at this map and trying to figure out where a ghost ship is located, what would be your best hunch? Just hazard a guess. We have 25 minutes before we end the session and reboot.
Well, there's a nice ship icon at Y, but that means we're backtracking, right?
Yeah, we're backtracking a great deal, and we only have 3 of those to do.
Right. It's because we went to M, although that was a great decision.
Thank you.
It could be Y, but do you think a ghost ship would be seen on the map?
I'm just hoping. I'm hoping there was an error.
By that,
okay, so we gotta go.
If it's a
we gotta go.
Logic,
gotta go negative. I would say I would say, what's this? What letter is that?
That's Q.
Q.
That's a Q. Okay, that's too obvious. All right.
That's the system of Lothal.
Okay.
What about Z, Rusty?
Well, Z's backwards also.
I know, but
Yeah, we get to it through R.
And we have to go through R. So
it could be hiding next to the distortion of the black hole. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would be 2 backtracks, and we're allowed 3. So
correct.
Okay. Well, we can. I was the one who poo-pooed M. You guys want to do RZ? That's fine with me.
Well, if we go to R, then we go to N. Those aren't backtracks, right? Sort of.
R is a backtrack. You're going down the map. I think we have to hold you to that.
On M, so everything's a backtrack in that direction.
How about H?
H is not a backtrack. If we decide to go to H, but then it makes P a backtrack.
What about P?
As well, we can go through P, but we have to go through Q in order to get to P. And right now, I think we're trying to minimize the number of rolls we need to make and card flips.
And it also is going backwards for either of those. If we're going to go backwards, RZ.
And again, what the initial question I asked was, if I'm a ghost ship, where am I hiding? F is probably not the ghost ship. B is probably not the ghost ship, especially since when you initially entered this map, I asked Rusty if he wanted to enter at A, B, Y, or V, and he picked V.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, hiding.
I think it's Z.
N's not a bad thing for hiding, but L and R not bad to hide. R, N, R, or
Z.
Isn't
Q an obvious place for a ghost ship?
You also, Rusty, you have 3 backtracks. You could get to Z, it's 2 backtracks, but then your next maneuver would be to either ping pong back across the map doing a Tasha, or knowing that you couldn't backtrack much after that, if you follow what I'm saying. Once you get low on the map again, if you want to just go back and forth, east to west, across the map, you're never backtracking. But where are we at? Rusty, you need to make a choice. We got 20 minutes left. Do you want to go to Q? You want to go to N? You want to go to R? You want to go to L?
Yeah, it makes no sense to me. I have no intuition on any of this. So I think we're going to kill off John just by going randomly around to various places.
All right.
R.
Well, there's always next week. We're going to go back to R. Okay. R is a good choice.
R for Rusty.
All right.
Let's see if I put the specters very close to the propagandist and very close to Lothal.
No, you probably didn't, but
R.
But you might have put it at Z. Maybe.
R is, it looks like a random card flip. It does not even give a clue. So here comes my random card flip. Big card. It is an old acquaintance we run into at R. Somebody is from our old smuggler days. I will ask that question. One of us has a background of a smuggler. Who was an old smuggler? It has no penalties. It who wants that backstory of I'm a criminal bounty? I should say a criminal with a bounty on his head. Rusty, you want it, or you want to pass it to Conrad, who can decide whether to pass it to John, etc. Are you the criminal with a bounty on his head, Rusty?
A criminal with a bounty on his head?
Yes.
Sure. I'll be a criminal with a
It only means that you're recognized at times in certain situations that are going to be coming up. The other backgrounds I'm going to slowly infuse in the game are corporate security chief, disgraced, ruthless, a utterly ruthless guy who was fired from the Empire for being too ruthless, a person who lost three fingers under torture, keeping a mystery that he still keeps to himself, and an old Padawan who was in the nursery of young Jedi when Vader purged the whelplings and now's grown up, and an anachronism, a pacifist, a clergyman. Those are the backgrounds I will slowly distribute. But now Rusty is the smuggler, former smuggler who joined the rebellion, and he has met his old acquaintance. Did I flip a regular card for this? Was it 4 of hearts? I think it was. And
did you?
The first thing we start with on this is an option, any and all, restoration droid ship at -3 with success to gain a flare. I will start with me, and I will say, sure, I have a make roll to use. Although I do like to roll my lightsaber for a 15. All right, I will take a flare. Rusty, did you want to make a roll of restoration?
Yes, I'll do a make roll.
Okay, I go to Conrad. Conrad, did you want to make a roll of restoration?
And the choice is that or a make roll, right? I assume.
Sure, you can always make that roll and pick up the flare.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you have the ability. And John, you have how many hit points?
I have 5.
If you used a make roll, you'd have 2, and you would pick up a flare on one of your objects. Is it worth it to you? Yes, because you can always get resurrected by your buddies again.
Yeah, I was just wondering what because if I use my poultice, which is a restoration, that's an 11, and I'm a +1.
Yeah, the problem is that if you fail, you're losing 3.
And he loses 3 with the make roll, and with the make roll, you're assured to get the flare. With the roll, you might have both the flare and no damage. So it is a very, very savvy thing to try, but it's 50-50 at that point, right?
It winds up being 50-50, yeah. Or a guaranteed
your choice,
flare.
I would say just go ahead and use the make roll and pick up a flare, because the flares are nice, and we can get party pips from them as well. And Dave, did you want to use a make roll and get a flare, or roll a die?
I'll roll the die.
Okay. You're rolling for restoration. What is your restoration roll?
It's poor, I guess.
Okay, tough roll, 15.
Well, then you're going to lose 3 if you fail. So you probably want to use a make roll.
Do you have enough hit? How injured are you?
Or just pass. I mean, the options really are pass or use a make roll. Because
we only got 10 minutes left.
3 penalty. It's not good.
Oh, I'm going to gamble. Hey, I made it.
Oh my God.
There you go, 20.
Hey, good. Nice job.
Not only do you get the object,
acquaintance,
but you are now an expert in old acquaintances. So on your character sheet, if you pan down under expertise auto success, if we ever get another card flip, and we will sometime in a long campaign that has old acquaintances on it, you will automatically make any rolls associated with that, including this one where you successfully get flares. So check that box for old acquaintance, Dave, and let's all roll for our flares. We'll start with Rusty. Go ahead, Rusty. Roll me percentile dice. 85. You've rolled that many, many times. How about this? So increases the healing received from light side force to a D4. That's
so
nice.
Does this go to a random object, or does this?
It goes to let's see, option all, restoration plus with success gain a flare. Yeah, the flares are always going to random objects, I think. So give me a roll, Conrad, percentile dice, please. 18. All the way on the other side. Add +1 utility pip and +1 XP. And again, you guys go ahead and roll and assign that to an item. And John, roll me percentile dice.
41.
41. John, how about your now +3 to the dark side pips?
Okay.
Oh gosh, you're just like me. Our whole force is just Oh, we're too rage driven. And Dave, give me percentile dice, please. 39. Dave, you are +2 to the dark side, Pip. And my percentile dice. 12. Did I pick up an XP? I need one. How about if I get +1 XP and +1 luck? I am a luck machine.
I think Elspeth had an impact on me when she killed me, or almost killed me.
I think it's probably a good chance that is true. And my Chris, no, it is my, my Indian head penny is +1 luck, +2 luck for the party. It's still poor, but it is, which means I can lose it at any time. No, I turned it good this session. Wow, that's a nice item now. +1 XP and +1 luck to me. All right, and we'll close that up. And we have 10 more minutes. It's a countdown. We can easily make this. That was R. Did we complete R? We have not completed R. We're going to let John complete the rest of R with that 4 of hearts, Rusty. That would make sense,
yes,
right?
I think that would definitely make sense because he automatically would.
John would have to make a luck or restoration roll. Was it? I'm sorry, Dave. Dave would have to make a luck of restoration roll. There are some flares on this, though. Let's read them. It says a 4 is a luck and restoration. Dave makes that automatically. Test any of the players of the group. Past the inner rim, there is a sub-boss for a random player. Okay, roll us a d20 to see who faced the sub-boss. 19.
No.
Somebody was a 4.
A roll?
We want a high.
13. Okay.
Going to Conrad so far. Dave.
Dave.
Well, Dave,
high
this is
was,
actually a
Rusty.
good one for Dave because
Because he automatically.
he automatically success, but
low,
he
right?
automatically successes on a bad fate roll. No, not really. Okay, Dave, you still have to roll me a d8.
No eights, Dave. No eights.
7.
7.
Ooh, double the
consequences of your past make rolls as life drain. Each make roll, in essence, causes 3 points of damage. How many make rolls have you made during this game session, Dave? 1, 2, or 3?
Might be dead.
1. You now have the equivalent of making 2 make rolls. Which probably you're okay.
Extra damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's 3 more points of damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, and now we are going to still have 10 minutes. Got one more card flip. And it is Conrad. Conrad, did you want to continue down to clear out Z? And after that, we only have one back roll we can make, or did you want to abort this strategy and move over to U or T and not worry about Z and move slowly up the map south to north from T, U, or S? Which where do you want to go, Conrad?
Unless somebody's got a strong opinion, I'm leaning towards T.
Well, the T's going to still cost us a back.
It will.
If you went to C, it would, and then T, it wouldn't cost us a back.
Well, it's going to Z still costs us a back. Either
Z
T or
costs us
Z.
a back, but then going from Z to T does not cost us a back.
Correct.
So from going from T to Z doesn't cost us a back. Going from T to Y would cost us a back if you absolutely think that you're that it's at Y, the Spectres. It probably is not.
No, I suspect it's not Y, but it's you do Z first and then T, then it's still only one backtrack.
Conrad, it is your choice.
Z it is then. So Z's not just one backtrack, but then the
same way. I mean, T is one backtrack, and you can always go back over to Z next week.
But then that's another backtrack.
I think they're hiding in Z, personally.
Okay, we're going to Z.
Z it is.
Z is a card flip. It's a chance to become an expert.
So sad.
Hidden agenda.
Rusty's favorite, a J. I mean, we're going to make a lot of weaponry rolls. All right. Hidden agenda option, any and all dark force -3 with success gain gear or fail decline gear used. So trigger peril if all pass. We're going to start this as an option from Conrad.
I think this is where we use our stop harm, folks.
I would definitely
Conrad,
use a make roll to get a bonus, right?
I would say the stop harm at this point is not a bad option, Conrad, because it cancels the J as well.
Cancels the J.
And the J is we're all going to have to make weaponry rolls.
Okay, so no upgrade, right? Which is fine.
Well, there would be no upgrade from it. That is correct. The
Stop
gain
harm
gear.
is.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would be giving up the gear, but we have
probably saving everyone in the group. All right, from here, the logical choice, John, is to go to T, because at this point we have no clues where we're heading, and we don't want to have to backtrack too much to start, if that makes sense.
Yeah, let's go to T.
Okay, let's go to T. One more event. Let's see if we can finish it. T is actually, I have it specified. There is a Yaka vessel in orbit around the red dwarf. The race has cybernetic brain implants implanted at birth. You need to submit to a physical exam. It'll be very intrusive. And I'm just going to go a yes or no around the group if you decide that this cybernetic ship with its cybernetic people, the Yaka, they want to examine us. Now, in a very intrusive way. It could be just that they want to study our different races, because none of us truly are human. All of us are probably some whacked out thing that they may never have seen before. Yes or no? Rusty, do you submit to the physical exam? Now, you're the known smuggler, probably with a bounty on your head. You might want to lean no, but it's up to you.
Okay, we have no idea other than it's intrusive and and we don't know what the advantage is.
50-50 again, Rusty. You did so well the last time.
Yeah, it was pretty pathetic. Okay, I'm gonna pass.
Conrad.
I think just to get a mechanical hand, so I would vote yes.
Okay, Conrad's aboard. He says, "Hey, yeah, it's the Dr. McCoy can give me a clean bill of health." John, you're awfully injured. I mean, do you want to try?
Yeah. No, it hurts to open my eyes, so no.
Well said. And Dave, did you want to go on the ship and get prone by the little green men, or did you, with the cybernetic implants, or did you want to stay back with John and Rusty?
I'll pass.
Okay, now, Rusty, you get to decide for me. Did you want me to go over and get probed, you mean person? Or did you want me to stay on the ship and possibly not get the benefit, but also not have the peril? Which do you want me to do?
It's a 50-50. Definitely, Red's going to do it. So
okay, I'm going over. Somebody's got to keep my fellow dark side guy. Now, this is once you've decided.
Otherwise, Red's going to be disappointed that nobody did it, and then he doesn't get to spring whatever it is that he's springing. So I'm doing it for Red's sake. You're breaking up, Conrad. At least as far as I can hear.
And Conrad, how about if we take a gear flare?
There you go.
There we go.
Roll me percentiles, Conrad.
65.
65 looks like it is +3 restoration, Pip. Wonderful.
Wow.
And how about me? 76. How about if I picked up a +1 weaponry, Pip? And I got a D4 and where it lands. 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow. That Indian head penny just keeps on getting better and better and better. It's +1 weaponry now, too. And that's probably going to be it for the day. There is, if a majority of people, in this case, a majority of people did not, but if a majority decided to visit the Yaka, we would suffer peril. So because it was only 2 of us, it is not a majority. We do not suffer peril. We played that about as well as we could possibly play it. So we're going to come back here next week. We're going to continue our adventure. We do have 2 of the 3 prizes. And I will let us pick 2 of the 3 prizes. You get a vote, Conrad. Do you want money, gear, or a force point?
I think we want the force point. Right?
We got 2 of the 3. So which one are we not taking right now? We're going to save for next week.
Let's not take the gear, because the gear's just going to be a roll, right?
Yeah, well, the gear is going to be random. That is true. John and Dave and I and even Rusty could use some gear.
Yeah, but you're probably going to end up with a poor. If you take money, you could.
I can buy gear.
Buy the piece.
All right. Anyone disagree with that? With the gain, the money, and the force point?
Just looking at a D8. Okay.
D8 money. Everyone roll their D8 for the money we picked up. 5 for me. That's a huge amount.
But that's all going to be poor, right? Well,
if I'm looking at the
vendor prices.
If I spend my 5 silvers or 5 credits on gear, John, yeah, a lot of it will be poor gear. It's not necessarily a bad thing to have extra soak-off items, so that if I roll, I have to lose one, or if I have a choice to lose one, I'll lose a lucky.
Am I remembering it incorrectly? But wasn't one of the rolls that we would make got us a silver point along the way?
A silver point? I don't think so.
The utility rolls. The utility rolls get you
utility rolls, right?
Yes, if we had remembered that, we would have picked up a lot of utility rolls that we made along the way and picked up some silver. How about if we all take an extra D4 in benefit because of the utility rolls we forgot to take? I'll take an extra 2 silver for myself. Not a huge amount. I have. Do I have anything broken? I did, but then I got it back. So, yeah, I threw it away and got it back. So I'm good. I got 7 credits that I'm going to hold on to. And everyone else took a force point. Now, a force point, you can use a force point to stop harm. There's a table in the rules of all the things you can do with force points. It's under the Jedi status. I'll just copy that out. We'll discuss that in the last final minutes here. And it's all characters are developing into Master Jedi. Force points will be gained for an event or adventures. These can be spent to solve puzzles or ask detailed questions about the campaign. The Jedi knowledge can stop harm or create expertise. A D4 force points can be expended to raise your lightsaber quality, or for a D4, heal back a pip penalty in the light side. And we'll discuss more of that later.